So lying on the floor, connecting, grounding, presencing. It's my new fun word, presencing. Just tuning into the breathing, feeling what moves. The diaphragm moves. It actually contracts and draws down in the direction of the lower abdomen, which is what brings the air in and fills the lungs with the inhalation. And then the diaphragm relaxes and the lungs empty and you exhale. But we don't really seem to have the same sensory receptors on the diaphragm, so that's not what you feel moving. But as the lungs fill and expand, you might feel your ribs lift and separate and lower. Because the diaphragm actually draws downward towards your belly button, towards your pelvic floor, if you're not overly holding in your belly, like you've learned from your therapists and Pilates teachers, then your lower abdomen can expand, making room for all the organs, mostly your guts, lots of intestines, letting your belly expand with the inhalation, and it relaxes with the exhalation. And make sure your legs are comfortable. If there's any tension at all in your low back, be sure to bend your knees up. And we're going to bring our attention to that sensation way down in the lower abdomen. So lightly place your fingertips between your belly button and your pubic bone, that area down there. And just feel the possibility or the actuality of the belly expanding with the inhalation and relaxing as you exhale. And imagine, if you will, that beneath your fingertips is a balloon. So you're breathing in and you're imagining that that inhalation is filling the balloon, and the balloon is releasing the air with the exhalation. Up and out, through the mouth, through the nose. Or I like to actually imagine I'm drawing the air in from the top of my head, down to that lower abdomen, and then I imagine the air cascading out the top of my head like a fountain with my exhalation. So as you bring your attention to the balloon, the imaginary balloon in your lower abdomen, think of the three-dimensionality of the balloon. Imagine the balloon expanding into the sides of your pelvis. So as you inhale and your belly comes forward towards the ceiling, there's also a sense of filling in that whole pelvic region out to the sides. And then you can even imagine it filling backwards into the back of the pelvis, the sacral area. And there's also a top and a bottom part of the balloon. So the bottom part is towards your pelvic floor, the perineum area. So just imagine the balloon filling and see if you can allow yourself to feel just a little sense of pressure downward into that pelvic floor region. And sometimes to help feel that potential, as you exhale, very slightly tighten in the pelvic floor, as if moving in the direction of, like if you had to go to the bathroom and you were going to just hold back, but not a full tightening. This would also be in the direction of a Kegels or Kegels, if you've ever been trained in that. But like everything we do, it's just the hint of that direction. Again, on the exhalation. So then when you inhale, you can let go. You can let go that very slight contraction or drawing in, feeling a slight downward pressure on the inhalation, and allowing for just the lightest contraction in the pelvic region with the exhalation. And then a couple times try just reversing that intention. So as you breathe in, just contract ever so slightly in the pelvic floor. And letting go with the exhalation. This actually has potential of feeling a little more normal and natural. And then go back to the other way, breathing in, fully letting go in the pelvic floor, actually or imaginarily feeling slight downward pressure as that balloon fills. And as the balloon empties and you exhale, just drawing up ever so lightly in that lower region. And then just letting it go, just breathing, sensing how sometimes bringing our attention to different versions of where we can sense our breath can just bring us out of the busy thinking mind into the presence. Feeling where else do you feel the breath moving through your body, your chest, your shoulders, your hips and pelvis. And just a few more breaths, drawing it in and down, filling the imaginary balloon, feeling the three-dimensionality forward, back, into the sides and downward, and letting it go.